everyone, and welcome to my Bachelor Nation 24 channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The Curse of Oak Island. Dr. Ian Spooner says there's a dump truck of silver waiting to be dug up. In last night's episode 24 of season 8 of The Curse of Oak Island, the team learned that a scientific analysis had recorded high levels of silver buried in the money pit area. And we are talking a Gerhardt dump truck level of silver buried under there. The action always seems to get a bit more frenetic in the last few episodes of a season, and the guys definitely upped the ante in last night's penultimate episode. A lot was happening as they doubled down their efforts before the winter snow arrived. And they got some good results out of it too, which included some intriguing artifacts. However, the main excitement came from geologist and Oak Island enthusiast, Dr. Ian Spooner, who has come up with an intriguing plan to get some water samples from the wells and holes already dug in the money pit area. He was helped by his colleague, Dr. Matt Lukeman. Ian explained to the Lagina brothers, basically, what we want to do is help you guys put an X on the map. The general idea is quite simple. Silver corrodes over time, so if there were any buried underground, the silver would leach into any surrounding water. So Ian suggested they test the water found in the money pit area in holes they've already dug for silver and for copper and zinc, which are both found in silver. Unfortunately, gold doesn't corrode, so it won't be found in the water. But as Rick Lagina suggested, if they find silver, they can expect gold. Marty Lagina loved the idea, and he asked Rick if he's on board, to which he responded by exclaiming, "No question, SCIENC." Dr. Spooner then set about attaining his samples, and thankfully, it only took a few days for him to get the results back, which allowed him to dramatically reveal his findings in the war room right at the end of the show. Dr. Spooner is perhaps a bit unusual among geology scientists in that he likes a bit of razzmatazz. No offense to geology scientists intended. So he started his presentation by theatrically asking the guys, "Do you think there's treasure in the money pit?" He then explained that having taken water samples from 12 wells, he and Dr. Lukeman found there was a massive spike in copper, zinc, and silver in 3 of them, all of which indicates the presence of treasure. Spooner concluded that there is every reason to believe that there is a large amount of silver deposited near the 3 wells. Doug Crowell wanted to know how much silver would be needed to get readings like that. He asked, "Is it a handful of silver or a Gerhardt dump truck?" The response came, "It's a Gerhardt dump truck." Cue mass celebration, whoops and shouts of "Yeah, baby," and "No way." It's highly unlikely that any digging will be done in the one remaining episode, so sadly, we'll have to wait for the next season before they can start digging up this silver. A quick word on the most tragic figure of the season, geologist Terry Matheson, who has spent all year diligently standing in all weathers at the money pit, sticking his trowel and metal detector into the earth dragged up by the borehole drilling. And while there have been some moments of excitement, he's found the grand sum of zilch, nada. We really hope Terry plays a key role in digging up this silver next season. It's the season final next week, folks. May 4 is the big day, and it will probably mostly be a recap of the season's finds. But hopefully, they still have time to reveal something big for fans. The air was thick with anticipation as the team gathered at the money pit, their eyes gleaming with hope and excitement. The Curse of Oak Island had led them on a wild journey through history, mystery, and treasure hunting, but today felt different. Dr. Ian Spooner, the intrepid geoscientist whose expertise had often been a guiding light through the murky waters of the island's enigmatic past, stood before them with a proclamation that set hearts racing. "There's a dump truck of silver waiting to be dug up," he announced, his voice steady but charged with the thrill of discovery. Marty Lagina, ever the skeptic but undeniably caught in the web of Oak Island's allure, raised an eyebrow. a dump truck, and that's quite a claim. Dr. Spooner nodded, his eyes sparkling with the kind of certainty that comes only from rigorous scientific analysis. We've tested the water samples from the swamp, the anomalies in the soil, and the electromagnetic surveys. The data is conclusive. There's a significant deposit of silver beneath our feet. Rick Lagina, the heart and soul of the expedition, stepped forward. Then let's get to work. This could be the breakthrough we've been waiting for. As the machinery roared to life, the familiar symphony of clanking metal and grinding gears filled the air. The team moved with a sense of urgency, each member playing their part in this grand orchestration of discovery. The heavy machinery dug deep into the earth, unearthing layers of history with every scoop. Jack Begley, his face smeared with dirt and determination, leaned over to Alex Lagina. "Can you believe it? We might actually be on the verge of finding something monumental." Alex nodded, his gaze fixed on the excavator's claw as it delved deeper into the ground. "It's hard not to get excited, but we've been here before. We have to stay focused." The hours stretched into the afternoon, the sun casting long shadows over the island. The crew paused for a moment to catch their breath, their faces glistening with sweat and expectation. The anticipation was palpable, a living entity that seemed to hover over the site, whispering promises of untold riches and ancient secrets. Dr. Spooner knelt by the edge of the pit, his fingers tracing the contours of a freshly unearthed rock. "This sediment is different," he murmured. "We're getting closer." As if on cue, the excavator's claw struck something solid. A collective gasp rose from the crew as they leaned in, eyes wide with anticipation. The machinery whirred and hummed, lifting a massive mud-covered object from the depths. "It's a chest." Gary Drayton's voice rang out, his metal detector still buzzing in his hand. "We found a chest." The chest, ancient and weathered, was covered in intricate carvings that hinted at a storied past. It was a relic from another time, a tangible link to the island's mysterious history. The crew gathered around, their excitement barely contained. Rick stepped forward, his hands trembling slightly as he reached for the chest's latch. With a deep breath, he lifted the lid, revealing a glittering hoard of silver coins and ingots. The treasure sparkled in the sunlight, casting shimmering reflections that danced across their awe-struck faces. "Unbelievable," Marty whispered, his eyes wide with astonishment. "Ian, you were right. There's a fortune in here." Dr. Spooner smiled, a mix of pride and relief washing over him. "The data didn't lie. This is just the beginning." As they carefully extracted the silver from the chest, the team couldn't help but imagine the stories behind each piece. These were treasures lost to time, hidden away by those who sought to protect them from prying eyes. The silver was more than just a material wealth. It was a testament to the island's enduring mystery and the relentless pursuit of knowledge and discovery. The find was a turning point, a moment that would go down in the annals of Oak Island history. The dump truck of silver was not just a treasure, it was a symbol of perseverance, a reward for the years of dedication and hard work that the team poured into this enigmatic quest. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting the island in a warm, golden glow, the team gathered around a fire, their faces lit with the flickering flames of hope and camaraderie. They shared stories, toasted to their success, and allowed themselves a moment of celebration. Rick gazed into the fire, a thoughtful expression on his face. "We've come a long way, but there's still so much to uncover. This island has secrets that go beyond silver and gold. It's about history, legacy, and the thrill of the chase." Marty clapped his brother on the back. "And we're not done yet. This is just the beginning of a new chapter in the Oak Island saga." Dr. Spooner raised his glass. "To the team, to the island, and to the discoveries yet to come." The crew echoed his sentiment, their voices blending into a harmonious chorus of determination and hope. The curse of Oak Island had once again proven that its mysteries were far from exhausted, and with each discovery, the legend grew ever richer, ever more captivating. As the night wore on and the fire burned low, the team knew that tomorrow would bring new challenges and new adventures. But for now, they reveled in their triumph, their spirits buoyed by the promise of the treasure that lay hidden beneath the surface, waiting to be unearthed by those brave enough to seek it. And so, the journey continued, fueled by the dream of uncovering the truth that had eluded so many before them. Oak Island was a place of wonder, a place where history and mystery intertwined, and the Lagina brothers and their intrepid team were determined to unravel its secrets, one discovery at a time.